We back. What's up, y'all? We here to talk about Call of Duty. I'm trying real hard right now not to cuss. Not because my son's in the car, but because YouTube. I'm nowhere near monetization anyway when it comes to views. But when that time comes, I can't be caught slipping, cussing in the first minute or two. But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about Call of Duty. I'm driving. When I get parked again, I'll set the camera back up. And damn. And nothing really specific, nothing like talking about SBMM only, nothing like that. But this is what I think Activision needs to do with the game franchise going forward, and what we need to do with these game developers. Starting with Sledgehammer Games, because apparently they're releasing a title this year. I don't know why, but they're apparently releasing something this year. I thought we were just going to get like a big $60, $70 DLC that was every single Modern Warfare 2 map remade and just put in the multiplayer. I would buy Modern Warfare 2 look, I almost called it remastered. I would buy Modern Warfare 2 2022 Electric Boogaloo just to play Modern Warfare 2 maps on there. Seriously. But let's not focus on that right now. Picture this. You're a game dev working at Treyarch or any one of these companies during the time where we were pretty much getting Call of Duties back to back to back. Ain't been that long ago. You just released Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And you know the next Call of Duty is coming out in about 10 to 11 months. And you know your game is shit, right? And not only that, but you've got the fans going down your throat telling you how bad it is, what needs to be fixed, this and that and the third. Well, let's be real. Are you really gonna crunch and put in all that time as a game dev when you know your game is gonna be made obsolete in not even a year? Is that really like... No. So no wonder we keep getting crap after crap after crap. In my opinion, the crap started with Black Ops 4. When I started playing Black Ops 4, most of the bugs were fixed, like the hella blue screens and all that type of stuff. So I didn't really experience like the launch of Black Ops 4, but you know what? You can't blame these devs for doing what they do, for not focusing on problems, fixing stuff that don't make sense. It's incompetent devs mixed with a lack of care in general. And you can't really blame a lot of these devs for not caring when you're working on a game that's just being milked pretty much. And you know, none of these, like, does it really matter the changes that you make? Like, Cold War ended up being pretty decent at the end of the day, but people were done with it. You know what I'm saying? Vanguard came out. Even with how bad Vanguard was, I don't think people returned to Cold War like that. So, here's what we need to do. Let Sledgehammer go ahead and make Advanced Warfare 2 or drop whatever the hell they're doing this year. And if it sucks, they ass is grass. Cut them out of Call of Duty. And then give them a new IP. Say, hey, go make your own thing, Sledgehammer, and let's see what you do then. If that game sucks, disband the whole damn company. I'm tired of it. Because maybe they could make a decent game on their own that's not tied to Call of Duty. Give them like 3 or 4 years to make it, and then just surprise us. Do something. I'm tired of it. Now that Sledgehammer's out the way. Treyarch. Treyarch for me has all of my favorite Call of Duties, besides Modern Warfare 2. So, but I also know Treyarch's history. They have good games outside of Call of Duty. So in my head, take Treyarch, and it's not even a test like with Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer is a test. Like, do your own thing, and if it sucks, you're done. Treyarch, it's like, are you tired of doing Call of Duty? I get it. Go do something new. Something. People forget they did Spider-Man 2, which was the best Spider-Man game before the PlayStation 4 Spider-Man came out. So, just think about that. And let's just cut it down to Infinity Ward now. They're the OGs. I didn't mind Modern Warfare 2019. The maps were ass. The only thing that game has is the greatest gameplay in Call of Duty history. But other than that, everything else surrounding the core gameplay of that game is absolute garbage, pretty much. I put animations in with the gameplay. If it wasn't for the animations being as smooth and as good as it was, and the gameplay wouldn't be that great either, So, yeah. But we need to treat Call of Duty like Battlefield. Now, from my understanding, Battlefield doesn't necessarily launch perfect every time. That's buggy and shit. From what I've heard, I'm not necessarily a fan. I think the only Battlefield game that I was a true fan of was Battlefield 1. Like, I put hundreds of hours in that game. But every other Battlefield, it was not really. So, and I wasn't there at the beginning of Battlefield 1 either. I came in like a few months later. But once I was in it. But from what I understand with most Battlefield games is they drop It's like Battlefield 4. Battlefield 4 dropped kind of in a bad state, but it ended up being one of the best Battlefields ever. I don't think Battlefield 2042 is ever going to get to that point. Like, if they spend that much time on it, it'll just be up there. But, whatever. And the news came out that they were discontinuing all the bad companies, like Bad Company 1 and 2 from like the store and whatnot. I don't have a problem with that if that means they're going to put every map from Bad Company 2 and all the weapons and stuff into Portal. Because there's small communities out there that love playing Bad Company 2. I remember playing Bad Company 2 like last year, right? Like, just firing it up for nothing. And people were playing. It's crazy. People love it. And like, it's either they're going to come out with a Bad Company 3 or they're going to put all that stuff in the Portal from those two games or something. Which I thought that was the idea anyway, right? For me, 2042 should be like the magnum opus for Battlefield and just put everything in there and then let DICE move on, in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe that's a hot take. I don't really care. But just what I mean by treating Call of Duty like Battlefield, let Infinity Ward just run Call of Duty, right? And if Treyarch, if it can be either one, let one of them do it, right? But I say Infinity Ward just because they really started the ship. And if Treyarch goes off to do another project, but there's still people on Treyarch that really want to do Call of Duty still, get rid of all them shitty developers at Infinity Ward and replace them with the good devs from Treyarch that still want to work on Call of Duty. And then just leave them in there. I think that'd be a good little mesh. And then let them get 3 to 4 years, just like DICE does with Battlefield, right? So then when the game drops in a crappy state, they have time and they will actually want and they will actually put care into actually fixing the problems. Because when your cousin, when Treyarch drops Black Ops Cold War, but then they brother Infinity War, Sledgehammer's coming out next year, you think they really give a damn? And then plus they have to work on Vanguard's zombies. Like, dude, Treyarch is getting stretched. I feel sorry for them. They can't put in work on a solid solo game of theirs because they have to keep splitting their team up for all these other damn companies. It don't make sense. So just leave Call of Duty to one dev. Treat it like Battlefield, because 3 years Modern Warfare 2 took and it's still bad. So, like, at least I would have more faith in Modern Warfare 2 2022 if I knew we weren't getting, like, Black Ops 5 for another 2 or 3 years. Because I knew we would be getting hella content, and I knew people would actually care to be fixing the problems within the game. You know? So, I mean, yeah, that's the gist of it. That's pretty much what I think. Just give Call of Duty to one dev company. Like, if you're not going to split up enough time for the devs to want to care about fixing problems, then just bring it down to one company. Because Call of Duty is never going to get back to a point where it was. I think it's far beyond that anyway. But, like, if you just want it to keep thriving at the least, you need to just sit down and say, which one of you three would like to continue with this? We're done doing the 3-game shit. We're done doing that. We're either continuing with... And honestly, they could just mesh the companies together if they wanted to. Because since, I think, Cold War, since they introduced, like, those characters into the Modern Warfare universe, you might as well, right? Like, what's the point now of keeping these things separate and just have them all working together so it seems cohesive? And here's a hot take that's not really a hot take. Just have Treyarch get Jason Blundell back and just completely make a zombies game. Let that be the magnum opus, right? Just create a zombies game. And I don't care if you do new characters. I don't care if you do the chaos characters. I don't care. Don't do the chaos characters for the main story. Do like the chaos stuff on the side if you were to do a full zombies game and whatnot. But that's a steal, bro. That's an easy sell. Just a straight up Call of Duty Zombies game only centered on that. That is an easy sell. Easy, easy, easy. But I'm going to cut this video right here. My videos be going long as hell sometimes. But I just really wanted to get that take out there. Just give Call of Duty back to Infinity Ward, or just give it to Treyarch. And just, you know, whichever companies don't have it with the other two companies that doesn't have Call of Duty, let them do something else. Anything else, honestly. Like, tell Sledgehammer to work on Warzone. Like, Warzone 2 can't get worse than it is. It can only go up, even with Sledgehammer working on it. So, I don't know. I want to thank all you guys for watching my ugly self talk about this stupid shit. I hope you all have a great day. It's Monday. It's 11:50 out here in North Carolina. And I'm at Wendy's. Taking forever because the people in there suck. There's only like 2 or 3 people working in there. And they're... So, with that being said, I hope y'all take care. I love y'all. The 8 subscribers that do watch me. And I'll catch you on the flip. Which is technically going to be today. I have like 2 or 3 vids planned, so I'm going to cut this vid off and start bitching about something else in a couple minutes. So I'll catch you on the flip.